Hey there. Welcome to Navigating Reality. I'm Stacy Perlin. You are joining me for a card pull from the Kabbalah Oracle, and then we are going to get into a little bit of a chat with some of the themes that pop up from the card. All right. Okay, so here we go. Deep breath to connect. Good intentions. I love it. Two cards that popped out today. So we have number 7 from ring number 7, the Treasury. And then we have from ring 2, Thirst. Okay, so let's get into these cards and talk a little bit more about them. All right, so wheel 2. Here we have the first of 3 sets of cards which are centered on experience. So this corresponds to the Sephira of Yesod on the central pillar of the Tree of Life. Each wheel is governed by a Sephira taken from the central pillar on the Tree of Life. This is the pillar of consciousness, and no living, changing situation can exist in human life without the presence of at least one of the Seraphot from that pillar. Experience, or Yesod, governs much of our waking and sleeping lives. It is the realm of the personality and the changing patterns of interaction. It is the place where we shape and process the impressions that we receive. And this particular wheel formation takes us into an imaginative, responsive, but unstable level of experience, governed by flows of desire and reaction. This is why many of the cards of Wheel 2 suggest a world of dreams and illusions. So we have Thirst. So as you can see, the 3 pillars of experience. There we go. Okay. So the Oracle says, to be dry and parched and to long for water, to have nearly died and still to yearn for life. Thirst is the drive which puts new life into the seedling, but new life cannot be put into the old. Old life cares not for sustenance, but only for memories. So this to me, this to me is how we need to fuel our dreams for the future. And when we catch ourselves in the memories, realize that that is fuel for the past. And if we are to make the changes that we've been motivated to in the last little while, then we need to create the conditions that are ideal for that to be able to happen, to take place, right? And for things to take root within us. And so thirst is important because it allows us to see where we need to provide some support in that particular area so that we're able to thrive in those conditions. So the life tasks it talks about in interpretations, what are you thirsty for? Can you acknowledge it and liberate that urge? Perhaps convention or even your view of yourself is holding you back. We owe allegiance to life and must allow its imperatives to speak within us, whether we act on them or not. All right, well, that is a way to kick off a Friday. Oh my gosh. But this is a timeless reading, so when you find it, you find it. But let's talk about number 7, in Wheel 7, the Treasury. So let's talk about Wheel 7. So it sounds like things are happening for us because we're choosing to make them happen for us in really different ways. I don't know about you, but I am channeling my inner humor. I am channeling my inner wit and also my passion for play, because if we can make this interesting, curious, a little bit deep, because I love to go deep, there's this sense of being able to allow us the opportunity to, like I used to say when I was doing my card readings, like it's all about giving you a little bit of space to act with a little bit more grace. And navigating reality is very similar in that regard. We're trying to give ourselves an opportunity to be able to acknowledge how we're already sensing things, whether it's ahead of us or just around the corner, so that we can be better prepared. I love being proactive, so this is right in my lane. Okay, Wheel 7. Hopefully it is for you too. If you found this video, I'm imagining that we're on the same page, but Hey, I get it. It can be hit and miss, right? So now we move on to a set of cards with 7 seraphot at the rim. Understanding, Bina, and Wisdom, Chokma. By the way, my pronunciation, not the best. I'm going to work on this. Uh, are the 2 highest spheres on the left and right hand pillars of the Tree of Life. They are beyond visible manifestation in everyday terms, though an individual may glimpse something of their profundity and power. Bina encompasses ultimate form, which equates with perfect understanding. Chakma opens the way to wisdom, to the galaxy of possibilities and the fertile energy of the universe. They are mother and father, the dark and the light, the form and the force. The form and the force. You hear that, right? The cards have an abundance which comes from having the courage to include these powers. They grant you the right to win life, to use its bounty, and to triumph over difficulties, as long as you pay what is owed and acknowledge truth. From this point on, purity of purpose is needed. Okay, so we got the treasury. All right. There we go. Flipped right to the page. I love that. Okay, so the oracle says, into the treasury are brought the taxes, and the people are taxed according to their wealth. And when all dues have been received and the treasury is full, then its coffers are opened for all men to use. The sun is the wealth of the universe, the heart is the wealth of a human being, but nobody can receive unless they have already given. All right, I'm going to be changing men to people, just because it's ancient stuff. I get it. Older things from different times, we can update them as we go. Commentary. All right. Wealth must circulate through society like blood through the veins. Governments impose taxes to raise funds for the good of all. At least that is the theory. Interesting. You are in a position, so this says, where you have a wealth of resources at your disposal. You're gathering more into your treasury, and you need to decide how long to hold that current wealth for, and when to spend and disperse it again. But instead of just counting up your riches, ponder on the dazzling display that they make, and on the inner meaning of such wealth. My friends, wow, right? Love that vibration for us, 100%. Here we have a sense of wealth. Now, I acknowledge that sometimes it's a spiritual wealth, sometimes it's a financial wealth, sometimes it's a wealth of company and social support. You know, we can be rich in so many ways when we are willing to count the blessings. And playing hide and seek with spirit and the blessings is a really fun game if you can look at it that way. Certainly makes it for more of a reward when you find the good ones, you know? Like, I mean, and I know they're all good. We are labeling and judging, because that's what we do as humans, shifting that dialogue to the best of my ability. But I mean, wow. Okay, so if we're taking a look at thirst and the treasury, is that we have a thirst to spend it? Do we have a thirst to invest it? Do we have a thirst to support a particular type of community? Like, I love getting excited about new projects, 100%. I think most of us do, right? There's a sense of, you know, what's coming around the corner, the good that we can do, the ways that we know we can be transformed by it because we're committing to it in a new way and looking forwards to seeing who we become through the process, right? Good times. So when we have done a little bit of savings and we have set ourselves up to put in a ton of work where we have invested the capacity for us to do so, this gives us an opportunity to simply appreciate the hours, months, years it would have taken us to get here. And acknowledge that it's our effort, our belief, our faith, our persistence and commitment that have been able to get us this far. And that's a great thing. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here together. So, what I'm getting from all of this is a gentle reminder that you've got this. And the sense that if we keep focusing on those best case scenarios and leaning into our mentors and our support system that we are really picky about choosing these days so that we can lean in. And and giving ourselves the opportunity to thrive, permission to thrive, permission to dance. Because if there's anyone out there that can make it fun, interesting, sarcastic, witty, tongue in cheek, and whistle while you work, you do it for everybody else. You can do it for you. And that reminder goes for me as well. All right, I'm hoping that this will help set you up for what's coming your way. Mwah, all my best. Thank you for sticking around and watching this to the end. And yeah, we'll see where we go with this. There's a lot I've planned in a good way, and courses to talk about the stuff that I've learned over the years and put together in some really fun courses. So we'll see how that goes. But ultimately, this is about gaining my proficiency again behind the camera and working at creating some content that is engaging and entertaining and enlightening and illustrative, because we're going to see where things go. And I'm having a lot of fun making some fun creations, whether that's visual art, recording again, you name it. Anyway, take care. Talk soon.